The average retirement age is 61 years old. That's up from 57 in the early 90s. But if you want to retire early, there is still hope. Joe Bert with Certified Financial joins us now with some simple steps to help you retire early. I like the sound of that.
I like that. Ready?
I've been telling my kids...
This afternoon too early?
Yeah, well, no, not really. I've been telling my 8- and 6-year-old that they need to get good jobs as soon as they get out of college because Daddy wants to retire early.
There you go.
So now we're going to learn something. I hope they're watching right now. All right, so first of all, what should people consider if they do want to stop working, let's say by 64?
I think the biggest
61.
I think the biggest mistake that people make, Tom, is they underestimate their life expectancy. You know, with medical science today, we're going to live longer, statistically anyway, than our parents and grandparents, unless we have some medical problems.
Right.
So you have to figure you're going to be living into your 80s, 90s, and maybe into your 100s. You retire at 55 today, statistically, you might be living 35 more years. In fact, you maybe have more years in retirement than you had when you were working.
Which is a lot of money.
A lot of money, a lot of time.
Yeah,
Yes.
all right, so
life expectancy. Yeah.
Inflation as well, you need to think about?
Well, because you're going to be living longer, the cost of gasoline, groceries, electricity is going to be... 25 years ago, the price of gasoline was about $1.
Okay.
What is it today? 30 years,
lot more.
30 years from now, you're going to be looking at, you know, and it gradually goes up. So you got to remember that the cost of living is going to go up every year, year in and year out during your retirement years. So you got to think about that as well.
You also need to think about long-term care.
Well, this is the Achilles heel in most people's retirement plan because Medicare doesn't cover your cost of long-term health care. What I'm talking about is when they ship you out of the hospital and say you got to go home and get healthy, you know, it's going in that nursing home. It's that dreaded thought of, or maybe perhaps somebody coming in taking care of you because Medicare doesn't cover it. Medicaid only covers it if you're indigent, which hopefully you're not in your retirement years, and that's what's going to eat into your retirement money, so you got to think about how you're going to cover that.
You also have to figure in taxes?
Well, taxes aren't going to go away. In fact, they're probably going to go higher as we go along, and the money that you have coming in, whether it's from Social Security, is going to be taxable. Your retirement account is going to be taxable. Part-time income that you have is going to be taxable. So it's not what you earn, it's what you get to spend after tax it counts. You got to figure in taxes.
And you have to have a plan.
That is the number one key. The most difficult cases that I work on, Tom, are clients that have done what I call back-of-the-envelope financial planning. In other words, they look at what my expenses are today. I got this much coming in from interest, from my Social Security, from my pension. Yeah. I'll be okay. They don't figure on 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. That's not going to be enough. You got to know where you're going to go because, as they say, if you don't have a plan, any road will get you there. And
it sounds great to retire early, but if you don't have a lot of extra money to do it, you could be sunk very quickly.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, you have to have more money coming in the future than you have the day you retire because it's going to cost you more to live.
All right, Joe. Thanks. Happy New Year.
Same to you.